I'm Dr. Bob Grakowski. Welcome back to the Better Brain Academy. So far, we've gone through all of the different aspects of the brain span testing, all the different things for your nutritional aspects and how that affects your cognitive or the function of the brain. The brain span test is becoming one of the more popular tests in medicine today that really shows how the cells are functioning. In my opinion, it is one of the best ways to really determine not only your present health, but changing your future health. We've had over 100 different brain span tests. All the people that keep rechecking the tests with making the changes that we talked about in our academy are improving. Some of them are making dramatic changes. They were all in the red zone, the inflammatory stage, and they're getting into the green zone. One of the best things you can do is to not only test and see where you're at as far as your overall health index, but also make proactive changes so that your body can go through a healthier state and then retest it. If you don't retest it, it's like, okay, did it help? How much did it work? How much change am I making? Here's the challenge with health. When I was back in college, I had a roommate that he was a crammer. He would wait till the last minute to do a test, to study for a test, and then he would try and cram all this stuff into his brain the night before, and then he'd forget it the next day. Now, your health is like farming. You've got to not only lay the foundation, you've got to plant the seeds, you've got to nurture it, and you've got to watch it grow, and then each year you want to recheck that. Your body is always going through physiological changes, so making sure that you're not only checking to see where you're at, so you can see, well, how am I doing with my lifestyle? How am I doing with my eating? How am I doing with my movement? How is that affecting my overall health? So you got to see where you're at to know where you're going. Our challenges with, as we get older, we sometimes say, I wish I would have done something 10, 20, 30 years ago. And I hear that so much. Being in practice over 34 years now, I see my patients come in and go, yep, I should have done something 10 years ago when you started telling me about that. So I'm going to get on you right now. We started this process, and I want to make sure that this is getting leverage on yourselves. How is your health going to affect your family? Taking care of you in the older years. How's it going to affect your finances, your ability to work? How's it going to affect your overall relationships and your feeling and healing on a daily basis? We've got to take this and make it a top priority. So recapping, we started out looking at being conscious about what we're eating. These are the eating modules, and I want to make sure that you're looking at, it's not just one aspect, it's our thinking. We got to have the right mindset and be conscious about this, our eating. We're going to be talking about specific adjustments you want to make, and then our movements. The Academy is really about a 12-month period of time, and if you go through this process over the next 12 months, I guarantee that you will be making great, healthy, long-term changes for not only your present health, but your future brain health. So when we started, we talked about, obviously, all of us have in common that we've done the brain span test. If that's been put on the shelf and you haven't looked at it, bring it out again and look at it. Really make a conscious effort. Did I look at some of the things on there? Did I make some changes? Your omega-3 index, if that was way out of balance, if it wasn't closer to that 12%, then you want to make sure that you're supplementing the proper pharmaceutical grade omega-3s. What I've found is a lot of people are trying to maybe just get a omega-3 that is not as quality, and it's not making changes. When we do the change, and I've had some people that took what they were taking and then they get on a better pharmaceutical grade, and it makes dramatic changes in their overall retest on the brain span. So to make sure that ratio between your omega-3s, the good oils, and your omega-6, the bad oils, all those trans fats that are found in processed foods, things in bags, things that are fried, all those poke a hole in your gut lining. They affect the neurotransmitters, they affect the cell wall. This next level of the Academy is going deeper into our gut health and how that affects our brain health. We're going to be talking about all different types of conditions and best ways to find the proper nutrients. Things like Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, attention deficit, Parkinson's, MS. All of these, they're showing with certain nutrients you can get the nervous system healthier. So we don't have to go down this bad road of just expecting that our body is going to end up with a dis-ease. So look at your Better Brain eating log. If you haven't done it, take the next 7 days and do it again and really check in and see, how is my eating? Look at that test and see what are the nutrients that I should be adding. When you recheck your cognitive test, your sustained attention, your memory, all those different factors, then you can really see how you're making changes. Every single one of the people that have retested have shown significant changes, if not almost amazing changes. So I am really highly recommending, if you've been maybe sidetracked a little bit, get back on track. Make sure that your nutrients are, you're putting the right stuff into your body. You're making sure that you're taking care of this temple that we live in. And look at retesting. We're going to be doing some retesting in the month of June for those of you that have gone through. It is recommended at 90 to 120 days after your initial tests. And then if you had some things that were making changes, retest again about 90 to 120 days after that. Then you can find that sweet spot of where your body is responding best to not only your foods, but your nutrients and your supplements. It's important to really look at your overall health regularly, not just wait until you've got some vacation, you want to lose some weight to go on, or you're starting to feel bad. This is making deposits into your health account on a daily basis. I want to make sure that I get enough leverage on you right now. So if you're off track, just think of yourself, where are you going to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? I want to make sure that you're making changes so that your future is much healthier. As part of the Better Brain Academy, we're going to be going through, like I said, the next phase. We're going to be talking about GMOs and how putting different injected pesticides into the seeds and genetically modifying our foods, how that is affecting our gut health and how that's affecting our serotonin levels and our brain transmitters. We've got a lot to cover in this next 6 weeks, and then we'll be doing some testing. So if you've been off track a little bit, get back on track, and I want to make sure that you're looking at getting signed up for the retesting. We've got just a limited number of those at that lowered rate, so make sure that you contact our office and be at our class next week. Next week we have our test where if you had the brain span test, we're going to go over more in depth some of the things on your nutrients. So give us a call and join in with the not only retesting, but at our future classes. It's Dr. Bob. Thanks for training, and I look forward to a healthier future with you and with myself and my family also. Have a great rest of your day.